my name is Gabriella Torrado, and for my foundation portfolio project, I chose to do a magazine. For my project, I debated heavily between women's lifestyle and food for a couple of days, but I settled on women's lifestyle because I felt like I could do the most with that genre. I chose the title Her in all lowercase because it followed the conventions of one-word mastheads for women's lifestyle magazines, but I also decided I wanted to challenge those conventions. Normal conventions show the cover image with a solid background. I decided to challenge that and have the background of mine be the raw outdoors of the original photo, which I thought actually worked out pretty well. I didn't want to stray too far from conventions because I still wanted my magazine to fit uniformly in the women's lifestyle genre. So I kept cover lines and everything else very simple, keeping them all white and positioned to the side so you can see the actual image clearly. As you can see, I use the same group of fonts throughout my magazine, and I aim to have every page tie in with one another. I put some sort of pink element on each page in order to reflect that it was indeed a Valentine's Day/February issue, and also to stick with the conventions through simplistic choices and uniform choices, but also challenge them with the repetition of pink hues and elements that you see. My text, I feel, is perfectly targeted toward young adult and middle-aged women, anywhere in between that really. I did this because I wanted any woman of any age to be able to pick up my magazine and enjoy it. I used my sorority sisters on the front cover and chose the candid picture of them because I thought it felt more real, natural, and relatable, and I hoped my consumers would too. I want my magazine to be distributed online through apps like Snapchat, such as if you go and see Cosmopolitan on there and People magazine, but I also want it to be on the internet, so if the people don't have the app, they can still access it. And I would like it to be printed and sold everywhere from Publix to high-end stores and anything in the middle. In the beginning of this project, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I tried to use Jumag, which was recommended to me by my teacher, but due to access issues, I wasn't able to do so. So I had to revert back to Canva, which I had used on a previous assignment. I personally do not like Canva at all. There are a lot of limits and issues with it, such as it deleted my work or it glitched and then not allow me to remove certain text boxes or images. But as I started working with it more and more, Canva grew on me and it was actually perfect for my magazine production. The only thing that upset me deeply was that my 2-page spread couldn't be side by side. It has to be one on top of the other, so you have to scroll down to see them both. You can't read them next to each other. I had to make this work, so I strategically placed my text and images in an order so it made the pages look like they belonged together, and you can read it properly. I used so many different technologies throughout this process, but only some really gave me the results I was looking for. I took all the pictures on my iPhone 8 Plus. Some were in portrait mode, like the cover image, and others were with regular HD, like all the other images. I was pleasantly surprised with how amazing the quality was. Once the pictures were taken, I started to play around with the editing options on my MacBook Air, but I didn't end up committing to any of them. None of them felt right. Then I had an epiphany. So I went to the app Facetune, which is used to edit selfies, and to my surprise, it was everything I needed. I was able to smooth images, retouch them, change the tints on certain areas, conceal problem areas, as well as adjust the vibrance, detail, and sharpness. This was really important for the makeup portion of my 2-page spread. This app is a free app, and unless you decide to purchase the deluxe version, then you're going to have to pay like $3 or $4, but for me, the free version worked wonders. I didn't use it on my cover image, but on the images of the eyes and lips on my 2-page spread, the app was my holy grail. You could see the before and afters on my blog. Aside from editing the pictures, I really only used Canva to make my magazine and the internet to do my research on the genre and what the conventions were and weren't. Other than that, I really didn't use any other softwares or hardwares. So, yeah, that's my magazine. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.